Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We are back with another random tier list. Today we are ranking the flags of Turkey. No, not the animal, the country Turkey, located in not Central Asia, Western Asia? I know where it is, but what do you describe it as? Western Asia, right near the Middle East there. I do believe it's part of Asia, not technically part of Europe, but it's right there, right next to Europe as well. So talking about the flags of Turkey, these are the flags from this country in its various stages. So these are not state flags as we know them in the United States. These are state flags as in the flag of the entire country over history. So they are 17 different flags that Turkey has used over the history dating back to when the Mongols were in charge of their country all the way through the Ottoman Empire and today to the modern state of Turkey. And we're going to be ranking these. I think they're in reverse order in terms of when they are, because this is their current flag, I believe. Unless it's this one, but I'm pretty sure it is this one. Oops. So I'm just going to go with that. It doesn't really matter the order. Now, I know nothing about, well, I don't know nothing. I know almost nothing about Turkey in terms of like the history of their flags and whatnot. I know some of their history geographically based on wars and stuff that have happened there. I know Istanbul is there. But I am not an expert on this, so hopefully somebody in the comments is, and if not, well, that means it's just like all my other videos. So we're going to go ahead and rank them, S through F tier. Let's go ahead and go. The regular flag of Turkey, I get the B tier. They have the moon and the star there for Islam, as Turkey is a Muslim country, predominantly there. And then the red flag there, it's pretty simple. There's not really much to say about this one. I think it's a good flag. Remember, C tier is average, D and F would be below average, and then B, A, and S are above. So I do think this is an above average flag. From some of the ones I saw on the state flag, which apparently I don't know what any of our states look like in the United States, so that was embarrassing. But hey, at least I have an excuse on this one. Turkey, B tier. This flag, F tier. It is a white flag with three gold stars on the side. Now, some of this flag may be cut off, but if it was cut off, it's literally just some small line or symbol in the corner here or on the edge. And I don't think that's going to save this flag. I'm putting this flag in F tier. I don't think it's a good looking flag. This flag I'll put in A tier. I think it has a little bit more going on. Still having that moon, which I assume does symbolize Islam, as well as another symbol below it. I also don't usually see is the moon or any of the symbols of Islam modified. So this is turned so that it's facing up instead of to the right, like this one is. I think this is a good skin. I've been doing too many Smite videos. I think this is a good looking flag. A tier, not the greatest ever, but it's a good one. Now, another symbol that Turkey uses, I've seen it on a couple of their flags here, on this green one and also this blue one, is somebody pulling a bow and arrow. Now, I'm not sure if that comes traditionally from their culture of the Turks, or if it is from a different Asian group that was inhabiting Turkey at one point. I believe the Mongols were there, despite it being so far to the west. Definitely correct me, guys. I would love to know that answer, actually. I think this is a good flag, though. It's detailed enough that you can tell exactly what it is, but it's not detailed too much that it is kind of ridiculous on a flag. I think it looks good. I think the green and black is a nice switch from a lot of other flags that we see. Not that these flags are as generic as some of the United States flags, but I think this flag looks good. I don't think there was much else on it other than this. We'll see. It might get pushed up into A tier. It is a top tier B tier for now. This flag right here, white with the gold bird on top. Gonna put it in C tier. It's a pretty generic flag. The choice of white, does not make that stand out very much. I think had they gone with a different color there, I would feel more strongly about it, because I do like the sigil of the bird with the crown and whatnot on the flag. I just think that choice of white, if you do go with a white flag, you have to do better than this. Now, of course, these flags all have their own histories and whatnot. I'm not ignorant of that. But in terms of me right now in 2022 making a tier list, I gotta go with what I can. Speaking of what I can, this this flag sucks. It's just a line with 2 lines. It's a triangle. It's a yellow triangle on top of red. Very simple. Not much going on there. This flag is just orange. Why is this flag just orange? That is F tier. This flag has a crocodile on it and it's orange. It's going to go in B tier for me underneath their modern flag. The crocodile looks very weird. I don't, at least I think it's a crocodile. I don't mind that it's a crocodile, but if you look at like its top leg, like it's like pointed awkwardly sideways. I don't know what's going on there. So it's going down a little just for that. Yeah. Alright, sorry guys, I just realized I was not zoomed in as much as I am usually, and I played with my settings and I messed everything up. Also, I'm pretty sure my last video I was not even on full screen mode for, and I never realized, so that was great. Alright, next flag here, we have a green flag, we have the moon here, likely symbolizing the Muslim religion, and then we have a peacock here with both yellow and white on it. I think this is an A tier flag. A lot going on the flag. But not too much that it's overcrowded. I think the addition of the moon is a good one because it takes your eyes a little bit away from the peacock and you almost are looking at perhaps what the peacock is looking at, which is the moon. There's no issues with this drawing like there is with the crocodile. I think it's an A tier flag. This flag right here, I really like. It might even be, depending on your monitor, this might be difficult to read or take a look at. But this is a green wolf on top of a blue flag. Now that looks good. Like the silhouette of the wolf is a great silhouette. I really like it. But putting it on top of blue means I can barely see it. In fact, I've used some cheaper computers like Chromebooks, and their blue and green quality is like really, really bad. I'm not sure I'd be able to actually see this image on those computers. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I can see it fine on my computer now, but I think on a cheaper screen I would not be able to. So for that, it's a very cool design, but the choice of colors was detrimental to its ranking. So we're going to leave it here into C tier. This flag is just black as far as I can tell, so we're going to put that in F tier. Very plain. Now, this flag unfortunately got cut off. I cannot see all of the details of what its logo is. But with what I can see, I'm going to go ahead and put in B tier. The stars there are very common on flags. The white is a little boring, but put on a blue, I'm sure they are symbolic of something, as are probably all these flags in some way. I think it's a B tier flag. Above average, but not anything crazy. This flag I'd also put in B tier. It's very, very similar to the modern flag of Turkey, or what I believe this was the modern flag of Turkey. I believe it's not this one. This is an older one. And I just think the moon being more open makes it look less like a moon, simply. I don't know what it looks like instead, but it just looks less like what I'm expecting. I think I'm more accustomed to this one, so I think this one looks better. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to drop it down to C tier, since we do have a direct comparison to it, and this one is better. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here in C tier. Next up, we have a yellow flag. This looks like a tree of some kind, drawn in a very odd design. But it might not be a tree at all. It might be a spear, in which case I don't know what the stuff coming off of it is. I gotta put this in D, just because I can't tell what's going on in it. Also, the white and the yellow together are not a great combination. It's not as bad as the blue and green, but it's pretty plain. We have another guy with a bow and arrow. I think this one would be a C tier flag, just because it's a very symbolic flag, I think. I'm assuming this is not supposed to be a direct representation of a person. Or maybe it's a representation, but not a direct, drawing of a person. Because what's going on with his head? Why is there two of them? The wings are very tall and very blocky. So there's just some things on the flag that's kind of weird. The bow and arrow being so large and a different color, I think it works. But had they used some different colors on here, or used some sharper lines maybe, I would have liked this flag better. I do think this flag is better than this one, though. And I do think it's probably better than this one. So it's going to be a top of C tier. You know what? This one is also better than this other blue one. Looking at those two, maybe we knock this one down to C tier. Yeah, I think we go ahead and do that. Because this one is better. More going on. This one is not better. And I'm very close to putting it in D tier. And the reason I'm not going to put it in D tier is, while this one I don't know what it is, this one I at least know they're circles, and I'm assuming the circles symbolize something. So I'm going to put this down here in C tier. It's going to be at the very bottom of C tier. And then finally we have what I assume is the oldest flag on this map. We see two leaders. I'm assuming a king and queen, or two leaders of some kind shown on this map here. On this flag here. This flag is not terrible. They're drawn a little awkwardly, but I'm assuming, since this is so old, back in that day, you wouldn't be mass-producing flags anyway. So they did use colors that would be pretty unique against a lot of other people they may be fighting in battle, I would think. So for this flag, I'm going to put it in B tier. We'll put it at the bottom of B tier. So in my opinion, none of the Turkish flags over the course of history have been S tier. I believe when we did our United States one, there's only three or four. So I think that makes sense too. It's hard to get a good looking flag. It's hard to. And I'm going to have some more videos like this coming up, guys. So let me know in the comment section what countries or states you'd like to see. If you appreciate this video, leave a like. Subscribe maybe if you'd like to see more tier lists like this. I have one coming out each and every day. At some point every day, there's a tier list coming out. And of course, that's because I am the guy that makes random tier lists. And I'm signing out.